Morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. You know the routine. We're going to wait to get a couple people on here and we'll get this party started. How's everybody doing? Shad, I'm so glad you came on. Good morning, brother. I've been thinking about you and the family a lot. So I hope all is well. And if you're able to take a call later today, shoot me a text and let me know, please. Because I would love to catch up with you. Yeah, thinking about you, man. So hope you guys are doing better down there. Let me give me a hot second here, folks. I'm trying to see if I can share this. Get more people involved here. All right, good. Busy week this week. It's crazy, kind of a crazy week, right? With everything that's going on. We're hopefully be able to talk about it here in just a minute. Um, I can't get over everything that's happened, that's going on in the world, and it's kind of just blows my mind. All right, let me get that out of here. All right. Oh, good. We got some people jumping on. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Let's get into this. Hey, if you jump on, say hello. Let me know where you're at. We got just a lot has happened this week, and I wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on in the world. And I didn't necessarily spell it out because certain platforms like to silence us or shadow ban us from certain things. So, and it's kind of a hard topic. A couple of them are, but we need to talk about it. And you guys know that I try to keep this positive, but I also got to keep it realistic in some of the things that are going on in the world today. I want to talk about it. Before I do, I just want to point out the next. I got a new tie. I'm going to rock the new tie in honor of. I believe it's Mardi Gras down in New Orleans area, and then St. Patty's Day is coming up here, and this is the last Friday of February, so I thought I would start sporting the St. Patrick's Day tie a little early. Chris, good morning, brother. Appreciate you jumping on. So, hard topic to talk about what's going on in the world today. First off, for what it's worth, thoughts and prayers to everybody out in Ukraine and everything that's going on over there right now. I got some people that I'm close to that are in the Ukraine right now. We saw some videos that are not on social media right now, and for good reason. And I won't get into too much detail. Those of you that watch this, that watch the news, and that are on social media and stuff like that, you see a lot. There's enough out there to show you what's really going on, and it's sad. It's sad. Russia has gone in and basically occupied Ukraine. I saw a couple of memes that have gone out, and whether it's true or not, I can't confirm, but I'm guessing that they are true, that the Ukrainian government is arming its citizens to basically save their country. So I bring this up not to be like a downer or anything like that, but there's so much going on, and you kind of, again, I talk so much about where you guys are getting your resources from and what to believe, what not to believe, check your facts, etc., etc. Because some of the other things that we're not hearing a lot of is China and Taiwan and what's going on. And I called this probably 5-6 years ago when China started building in the South China Sea. It was, hey, they're eventually here. They're going to make a move on Taiwan, and we're at that point. They're doing maneuvers over Taiwan's airspace right now. They're flying over. That's the word that I've gotten. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me on that, please. But there's a lot going on in the world today, and then you look at what's happening here in the United States, and some things are just they just don't mesh together. Gas prices are going up. That didn't have to happen, and you can call that for what it is, or blame whoever you want at this point. But I bring this up because I think as a nation, we need to come together more so now than really ever before. And things have gotten worse, and we can't rely on the people that we put in office to change things, because obviously what I have seen and have definitely learned, and I hope a lot more people have seen this, is that there's a lot of good people, but there's a lot of corruption that's going on, and things that just need to change. Tina, good morning, dear. How are you? Tanya, good morning. Thanks for jumping on. So, you pay close attention to what's going on in the Ukraine with Russia right now. And recently, this morning, I read an article where, and again, I haven't confirmed it. It was from a kind of an equal source, if you will. It wasn't CNN, it wasn't Fox, one of those. It was kind of an independent source, but it was like Putin had made a threat about the International Space Station and stuff like that. So there's so many things that are kind of riding on what's going on in Ukraine right now. And then again, you can't skip the fact of what's going on with China and stuff either. Also, so that's all I'm going to say. Pay close attention to what's going on with Ukraine and Russia and China and Taiwan, because over the next couple of weeks, I think you're going to see quite a few things that could potentially change the world drastically. Hopefully I'm wrong with that. Last couple of weeks, I've talked about Canada, and Canada, they had their Freedom Convoy up there, and earlier this week or late last week, the Canadian government went in and froze the people that were involved in that, the truckers and whatnot. Truckers were getting fired. They were freezing their bank accounts. People were getting arrested. We had people up there kind of feeding us information on what was happening on the front lines. And it was sad to see that all because of a mask mandate and whatnot. And I think this whole mask thing has gotten out of control, and it's become, again, this is my opinion, my show, I'm going to give you my opinion. Whether you believe in masks at this point is completely irrelevant. That's your choice, and that's fine. But to mandate it for people, I've always been kind of against that. I don't agree with it. The only time I would wear it is if I was flying, and those of you that know me know that I travel quite a bit, so that's really the only time. But that has, from what I was told last night or 2 nights ago, that's kind of disbanded up there. That everybody started to kind of go home and whatnot, but they're not done fighting the mandates up there. Also, here in the United States, there's the trucker convoy that had left. There's one that had left L.A. And if you're following any of the USA Truckers or Trucking America and stuff like that, some of those social media accounts, they'll give you updates on where they're going to be as they drive across the country. I think the last number I saw, and again, I can't confirm the number, I haven't been out there yet, but this is one that I'm going to start following, is somewhere in the realms of like 90,000 truckers are going to be driving across country over into D.C. as the final destination. And it's kind of funny, not like funny ha-ha, but this week, I've also read articles. I was just in D.C. last night, and it looks like they're getting ready to put up these barricades and these fences around the Capitol again. And I'm just kind of like, why would you do that? And I'm wondering if it has anything to do with all these truckers that are coming. I don't know. It's speculation at this point. You come to your own conclusions, but there's a lot of things that we should be paying attention to right now. So that's kind of world news. Now, to end this beginning on a positive, a lot of positive things are happening right now. Because of all this stuff that's going on, I think a lot of us are starting to come together more and more, and that's a positive thing. We're starting to realize what's going on, and that's a positive thing. There's a lot of people out there that want to do good and take care of each other. Our community heroes, that's something that we always preach to here. And for those of you that are new to Heroes Media Group, when I say community heroes, we mean military, veterans, firefighters, first responders, law enforcement, educators, and then there's clergy in there as well. So we kind of come together to take care of us. I mean, it's kind of the protectors of the community, right? So that's what our foundation here at HMG, that's the people that we believe in and whatnot. And it could be your neighbor, it could be this, that. I mean, anybody can be a hero to anybody, right? So a lot of positive things. Let's not get too wrapped up on the world, what's going on, but pay attention to what's going on, and let's figure out how we can work together to make a difference and change things for the better. With that said, another positive thing that has happened, for the entire month of February, I talked about Heroes Media Group. We had put a team together to raise funds for a nonprofit organization called Gallant Few. Gallant Few, they do a fundraiser once a year, and their big one is called Patriot Challenge. So the entire month of February, we've been part of Patriot Challenge. Now, truth be told, I've been horrible at logging my miles. I've been going to the gym, I've been biking, doing a little bit of walking on the treadmill and whatnot. But I want to say thank you. Thank you for everyone that has made a donation this month to the HMG team for the Patriot Challenge this year. We went above our goal. We wanted to reach $500. I think last time I checked, we're well over $800. And there's a few days left. So let's try to get to 1,000. I'm going to ask you guys, and I hate doing this, but I don't do it often, but this is the time I'm going to ask. If you got a couple of bucks, make a donation. Let's try to get it over 1,000 for this great organization. They have literally, last year, they've helped thousands and thousands of veterans throughout the country with different services and stuff that they offer. So it's absolutely amazing, and you got to check it out. So again, after the show, I'll post this stuff down there. Doc, how are you? Good morning. Thanks for jumping on. Tiny, I have a Fitbit somewhere, and I should probably put it back on. Tanya, I'll share the link right now. Give me just a hot second here, because you guys know how well I multitask. So there's the link right there. So check that out. And I guess I did it. I did it twice. That doesn't hurt. So again, thank you for all of you that have made a donation this month. Excuse me. So thank you. Appreciate it. Another positive thing that's going on is all the shows here at Heroes Media Group, all the podcast shows that are on this platform are absolutely amazing, and they do a phenomenal job with the shows. And we have some two new shows that are here. We got one show that is live right now. We got one that's up and coming. We got a new show that's coming soon, and that show is called License for Love with Cowboy Jax and Lauren Harris. And right now, actually, Lauren has his live show. Lauren does a live show on his Facebook page every morning. But License for Love is going to be coming out very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. What do we have here? Paul McFadden. How are you, brother? Oh, man. Thank you for jumping on. I always smile when I see your name pop up, Melon. Thank you. The other show, is going to kick off this week's shows. All right, so we're going to get started right now. What you missed on this week's shows. And first up in the queue, we got a very new show to the network, Oscar Mike Radio, with our buddy Travis. This week, I'm going to butcher this guy's name, but this week he has special guests all the way from Germany. He's a German army veteran. His name is Ulrich Kumar, and he's a Hawk historian, and they talk about the system that Travis used to crew in the Marine Corps. Hawk, homing all the way killers. That looks like that's what that Hawk stands for. And this was a really cool interview, and I thoroughly enjoyed this. It was cool listening to a German veteran that worked the same, or that knew a lot about the system that the Marine Corps had that Travis was on. So it was pretty cool. So check that out. New show, Oscar Mike Radio. Check that out. And I'm going to try to do this simultaneously while we're doing this. So next up, we have the Arms Room Show, and this week they're discussing the standard response inside of an average engagement. What does that mean? What does average engagement mean? I don't know. You gotta listen to it, find out. Well, let's see here. Mel is on here. And Mrs. McFadden is on here. Always a pleasure to see you. Thank you for jumping on. Hope you guys are doing well. Big hugs to all of you guys over there. I miss you guys. It's awesome. I appreciate you guys. A lot of love. I'm feeling it today. Loving it. What do we have next? Next up we have Not Your Average Operator. This week, topic was unindoctrination. Did Mike do the notes on this one? Paul? Did Mike do the notes on this one? This week, the boys were inspired to talk about the many layered approaches that they have historically proved fruitful for their transitioning veterans as well as themselves in establishing bonds similar to their time in service. This was if there's anybody out there right now that is going through any kind of transition, they talk mainly about their experience in the military, but I really feel that what I got out of this episode is that you can really take this from you can take this episode as a civilian and say you're transitioning from one career to the next or so on, and that's the kind of the beauty that the team does each week. Mind you, these guys are different parts of the world. They come together to put this stuff together for you, and it's an awesome job. Raph did the notes. Okay. I'll give him a hard time. But this week they had really deep conversations. Catastrophic results that can come from disassociating from moving from one group to another, basically. And again, I really want to point out this particular episode, I feel, was one that everybody needs to listen to, because if you ever go through a transition, you can relate to what the guys are saying here. It's awesome. It's awesome. Second language. So take a listen to this week's Not Your Average Operator, and you will be glad you did. And when you do, leave a comment about it. And if you're not following the guys, make sure you follow them, Not Your Average Operator, because this was a good one. Let me see here. Next up, we have the Power of Investing in People podcast with our gal Shay Sparks. Shay speaks with special guest Kurt Jacobs, who shares his incredible journey on what is Moxie. Kind of sounds like something you buy on Amazon, right? What is Moxie and how we all are created for purpose. So this was a pretty good one. So check this out. It's the Power of Investing in People podcast. I'm going to keep things moving here, folks. Next up, Time to Shine Today. Scott had a couple that came out this week. One I want to focus on was with guests. I guess I got just developed a lisp all of a sudden with special guest Steve Urich. Steve is a teacher, coach in College Station, Texas. He spent his youth playing baseball along with a variety of team sports. After high school, he took the opportunity to play college ball, which led him into the independent leagues. Upon completion of graduate school at Texas A&M, he wrote and published a children's book titled Swing Away Stan. Check that out. That is a really cool episode, so make sure you listen to that. That is this week's Time to Shine Today. Andrew Farr, good morning, brother. How are you? Thank you for jumping on. Appreciate you guys that are staying on here. We got a couple more. Stay with me because these next two are on fire. Label Free Podcast, one of the newer shows, only been here about a month. This week's guest, or she actually had a couple of them, but the one I want to focus on, and this one's really kind of geared toward the ladies. So, ladies, listen up. Maria Smithson, the founder and CEO of the $30,000 program. Women earn 17.7% less than men, and that's why the 30K program helps people who identify as women earn an additional 30K within 12 months. They created the program because her as a woman didn't feel like she had the tools to be negotiable with her business worth. So the program is designed to help women work smarter, not harder. So that's pretty cool. Duncan Lee, good morning, sir. How are you? Thank you for jumping on. I appreciate you. So this was a really interesting episode. I learned a lot from it, and the ladies out there, this is something I encourage you to listen to this episode. Check out Label Free Podcast. She's got a couple of them that came out this week, and that one just kind of drew to me. It was very interesting. Show me the money, right? Yeah. What do we have next? All right, this one. I'm kind of excited about bringing this one up. The next one is called environmentally... what am I going to say? It's the EVS. It's I just lost my train of thought here. What was I going to say? Let me move on to the next one then and come back to this one. Oh, environmentally speaking. That's what I was trying to say. Speaking. I couldn't say speaking. Environmentally speaking. And this one here, it's more of a targeted show towards Rhode Island. But the last several episodes, I really believe like the stuff that they talk about that goes on up there is something that you can utilize in every state. So environmentally speaking, one of the hosts is Marissa Desautel. She's an environmental attorney with decades of experience. And this one here, she talks about, we titled it The Stubborn Crane. There's a crane-topped vessel that it's sunk in the Providence River. And it's been there for about 5 years. And some of the questions that came up in the show was like, well, whose crane was it? And they found out about this crane, or it was an article that was written in the paper, so they were talking about it. And I guess there's several companies, the state environmental officials have been trying for years to come up with a plan to properly remove this barge. It's a barge that's sunk, and then the crane is sticking out of the water, and it's polluting that area. But it's been there for so long, you can't just go in and pick it up. Like I would think, you just go in, pick up the barge, get it out of there. But there's so many things that are affected by doing that, and you have to have such a. It was very interesting on the detail and everything that you have to think about before you can just go in and remove something without affecting the local environment in that area and what it may cause, new fish that might be living in the barge now and whatnot. Anyway, Very interesting topic. The stubborn crane that's environmentally speaking. Check that out. Next up, we have Ubaldi Reports. They're a great political show that go back and forth. They talk about world views and whatnot. Check them out. They do their show live on Facebook, on their Facebook page. Veterans Unite. Shad's coming up. Shad was on a little bit earlier today, earlier in the show. He's got some new episodes coming soon. And then we also want to talk about We Got Your 6 at 6 every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. This past week, they had several guests in kind of this little round circle that they do. Stephen Bates came in and read some of his amazing poetry. And then singer-songwriter Jen Ford jumped on, and she played a few songs live on the show. So if you missed this last Sunday's episode, check it out. It's We Got Your 6 at 6 with the People's Patriot Project and those special guests. So check that out. All right, that's it. Listen, it's the end of February. What do you guys have? I'm gonna stay on here for a couple minutes to see if you guys have anything. Let's talk about it. What are your thoughts on stuff? I appreciate you guys coming on. Hopefully, those of you that stayed. Shout out to our sponsors, Simper Savage, best marinade salad dressings on the market, Short Mountain Distillery, HMG Beverage, our sister company. Make sure you go to hmgbeverage.com. We have switched. Some of you emailed me this past week. We switched roasters. We have a new roasting facility that we're setting up right now, and we should be able to start roasting next week. I'm excited about that. A lot of people have been asking about where they can get the gin. We're working on with a company right now that's trying to get us out onto several different states, and once those states happen, this is a learning curve for me still. So I apologize for the delay on getting it out there. I know a lot of you want to try it, so thank you for your support in that. It's also, folks, I can't forget to mention this. It's tax season, and those of you that need your taxes done, or if you have a business and need some bookkeeping and help, go to my buddy Anthony over at My Tax Fella. He's got an entire staff over there that are absolutely amazing people. So go check out My Tax Fella for your tax needs. All right, anybody got anything? Nothing? Yes, no, maybe so. So, let me see here. Ooh, Saturday night is a real pain. Yeah. Yeah, that is. Ooh, that hurts. Sorry, man. I've had that. I've had it. I don't wish that on anybody. It really is a pain in the ass. Anything else? Anybody that's on? Okay. Then we're going to call it, folks. Keep this clear. Keep a clear mind. Control your reactions to stuff. It's Friday. Let's have a good day today. All right, let's have a great weekend. Because next week is March already. All right, we're almost at the end of the quarter of the new year. So with that being said, listen, guys, happy Friday. God bless you. God bless America. I'll see you guys next week.